Hello, welcome back to my channel. Um, so today I'm gonna be talking about this Saweetie interview, this like situation. Yeah. So initially on seeing the interview, I thought it was weird. I thought it was odd. I thought it was off. It gave me really uncomfortable feelings. And let me get into it. I feel like some men are very comfortable with disrespecting women with lewd comments and lewd questions. I personally think that if you're not comfortable, like if you're not comfortable with asking these very lewd questions to, say, like your sister or your mother, then why should you be asking it to other women that you're not even like close friends with, you know?
On REVOLT TV, this is the Respectfully Justin show. I'm the king of toxic.
It's like this conflict with being progressive in expressing sexuality for women. There's this push to be progressive about your sexuality and sex in general, bodies, just a more, there's this push for progressiveness and how women talk about these subjects and present themselves in these ways and like all these things. But I feel like where the hammer doesn't hit the nail is when that progressiveness gets lost and disrespect comes in. I feel like a woman can be progressive in how she expresses her sexuality, how she expresses herself, all of the above, but she doesn't have to be disrespected while doing so. And in that interview, I just got disrespect. I didn't get really any progressiveness. It was just disrespectful questions, invasive questions, and you can only react so many ways to those questions. If you want to stay in that same room, like, of course you can leave or leave the conversation, but if you don't want to leave, there's only so many ways you can react to like that type of disrespect and invasiveness. And I think that women find themselves, at least speaking from my point, find themselves in this like situation of not wanting to be perceived as standoffish in the progressiveness, but also not wanting to be perceived in a way where you warrant disrespect. And not to say that adult conversations can't be had, but adult conversations are different than disrespectful conversations. Adult conversations has that level of respect and maturity in it, and I feel like that interview didn't really showcase those aspects. It was very much childish, and it seemed like a alternative motive was behind those questions. There seemed to be more deeper intentions than just an interview. I feel like Saweetie answered those questions to the best of her ability that she could have in that moment. she might have not known the questions that were going to be asked. So I could see how that could like catch you off guard, and you try to answer it just the best you can. But I feel like once that disrespect and that childishness and like stuff like comes in is when you have to choose to stay in that situation, because you don't have to feel uncomfortable in situations. You don't have to feel awkward. You don't have to be in situations where you feel disrespected or whatever. And I feel like men are a little bit too comfortable with disrespecting women with sexual intentions and questions. And that gets like blindsided with this idea of progressiveness. But in that progressiveness comes like oppression, because even though your women are talking about these topics or indulging in these conversations, there's still levels of disrespect and oppression that's centered in these discussions. There's still levels of hierarchy and not respecting boundaries and like all these other things. And I feel like this interview kind of showcased how current generations are progressing but also backtracking in ways. I don't know. Those are just some of my little thoughts. Not too much. Not really going into depth. Just a couple little things I took away from that interview, and things that developed in my mind with these topics of finding the balance where you're comfortable talking about these topics, but you also know your boundaries, and you know what you will allow, and what you won't allow. So yeah. Well, thank you for watching, and subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you want. Have yourself a nice day or night. Bye.